Go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Henry.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
I guess.
You don't have to make speech or anything. Just like why you decide
Okay.
to get coaching and such.
Yeah, I start to get coaching because obviously I'm at a point where I think I want to improve a lot more and want to think a lot more about the game and starting to think about the game. Like I play in a university league team, and we usually talk a lot about the game, and but we don't really have a nice jungle coach, and I want to get better to finally hit diamond and maybe even masters. So yeah, we'll see if that works out or not.
Do you want to know
And
something about me, or
um,
do you
I
know a good
mean,
amount?
I watched like the other jungle bots on your Discord or YouTube channel, and you introduced yourself to the other people. So
Okay,
I
I
think
mean that's
I
fine.
kind of know who you are.
That's fine.
So no need for that, I guess.
Okay, perfect. All right, then we just jump into the OPG.
Yeah.
I mean, first you can just explain to
You wanna
you.
screen share?
Yeah, I will. I forget it every time when I'm streaming for some reason. There we go. You have it?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, first, just quickly talk to me about your champs, what you think of the certain champs that you have, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. We can just start from top and then go down.
Yeah, so just recently started playing fiddle since kind of you said it's OP and broken,
When
and
when did
my
you
matches
start doing that? Was it after you
think
heard me
like
talking about it, or
yeah, basically like 5 or 6 days ago, and before that, some occasion when I felt like yeah, we need some AP, and then just play fiddle.
what do you think about fiddle then?
Um, Pretty broken in my elo, I guess, because people don't respect fiddle ults in team fights. It just
Yeah, I can guarantee you it's not only your elo, because
uh,
he needs to get abused early on, level 1 to 6, and that's really hard to do in solo queue.
yeah,
If mid jungle doesn't play around it, enemy mid jungle. Potentially
yeah.
due to
For
laners
example,
as
I
well, right?
wouldn't pick him into like an Udyr who just can invade you and fucks you up or something.
Yeah, I mean something that can match you 1v1 and some like for example a Talon or something that wants to live in your jungle.
Yeah,
That wouldn't be nice, right?
yeah,
But yeah, he is really really good and he is definitely blind pickable, right?
yeah.
Because especially in plat, like it doesn't matter. What about Nocturne then?
Uh, well, I think Nocturne is kind of blind pickle build too,
Yeah.
with the Bruiser build. Uh, because once again, people don't respect Nocturne ult, and ADCs usually farm on side lanes, and you just pick them up and make the game a 4v5
Yeah.
all the time. So works pretty well for me, I guess. But yeah, again, I think if the biggest problem I have with Nocturne is probably when lanes int too hard pre-6
Yeah, I mean
and the game feels
that's something that
kind of
happens a lot,
unwinnable then.
right?
Yeah, but then I think to myself, it's not my fault then. I still can make plays on the map, and if it doesn't work out and the enemy team is too far ahead, it's just not my game to win, probably.
Yeah, I mean, in certain spots, there is nothing you could have done differently
Yeah.
because yeah, you're playing Nocturne, right? If you go and gank pre 6 and it's like not even possible, right? It's
Yep.
what will you do? Just go and say hi
Yeah.
and that's it.
Like you
Um,
can gank if they really int, or but
yeah, you
that's
can go
usually
on
not the
them
case.
if they overextend really hard,
Yeah,
right? But
exactly. But otherwise, I just farm to 6 and
yeah, and then you take the free kills.
exactly.
You should always go zombie ward. It's really OP for solo queue, even in your
Mhm.
elo, I would say.
Yeah, but
Uh,
if I go for the blue trinket and don't have too much, not the red trinket or orb, don't know what
Yeah,
it's called.
I understand what you're saying there. If you are really far ahead, right?
Yeah.
You don't really need the blue trinket. It doesn't really matter.
Hmm. Hmm.
The blue trinket is better for picking off side lane targets if they are not in range.
Yep.
It's better for face checking because you don't really want to face check. So, let's say we're behind and we don't want to face check ever, then having blue check is really broken.
Yeah.
But if you are ahead, you just want to deny as much vision as you possibly can.
Okay,
So,
yeah, and get some vision myself so I can still
Exactly.
pick them up in that
Exactly.
jungle. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, and of course we can't know if we are gonna be ahead or behind.
Yeah.
You can think that you should be ahead every game, right? That should always be the goal. So some reward should always be what you take.
Yep.
And yeah, if they have a lot of CC, we go to density, so that's good.
Yeah.
What else do you like playing? Do you like playing Nuno, for example?
Kinda. Like, no, I don't know. It's not like a carry champ because I think even if laners get a lead, or I give them a lead in lane, they usually still manage to fuck it up. And I really don't like that kind of playstyle where I just that dependent on my team.
Yeah.
At least in solo queue.
Yeah, I mean, Nuno, right? He has the best ganks in the game. And in Plat, people do not know anything about how to play lane at all. Like, not even a little bit, right? So you can abuse your laners or enemy laners a really, like, a crazy amount, right? You can abuse them really hard. So Nuno can work with that, but you are playing in an elo where you can never count on that player that you set ahead to carry. So I wouldn't say Nuno is the greatest pick for low elo. He's better for high elo when you can rely on your teammates. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And the same goes for Jarvan. Like, Jarvan is incredibly situational. We can just go over one of the games. There must be one where he's completely useless.
Oh no, the G4 match history. The really good win rate in like 2 seasons ago, and then I just dropped to
Yeah, I mean,
24%.
2 seasons ago he wasn't bad, right? But currently, you get outpaced by every single jungler in the entire game.
Yeah.
Almost every single jungler in the entire game. Plus, your champion is insanely situational. If they have, let's just pick one. Let's say this game, for example, right? If you fight this guy in cage, something is not gonna go right. If you cage Caitlyn, there's Lantern. And if you can cage both of them, Thresh inted, right? And yeah, Lux, whatever, right? She has insane range, so you have to burn EQ to get in range of her. And you have shit jungle matchup. She will outpace you. She will win the 1v1. So he is insanely situational. If they go, let's say they go Kate Lux maybe, bot lane. Orianna mid or Syndra mid, like really immobile team that doesn't have dashes. Yeah, then Jarvan can be good, right? Then he can be good. But if they have a lot of dashes and potentially here, right? If you dash into the Zyra, she will just one shot you, right? So if they have no dashes, insanely mobile, okay, then we can go Jarvan and it can actually work. Because when they don't have flash, they just die on repeat. To your ult. But he is incredibly situational. And he doesn't have good matchups in jungle. Barely. Like 4.2, 5.5, 0.5.5, 5, 4.8. In a meta where, clearing jungle, and usually it's just how jungle works in general. Clearing jungle it will set you so many levels apart from your counterpart. Right? Let's say, I mean, Mundo. Probably this game he was, 221 CS, 165. Not that CS, matters an insane amount in jungle, but it can if the jungler who has good clear plays around it, and eventually will just take over the entire game. So pick Jarvan when it actually makes sense. A mobile team that you can just lock down. It doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen a lot though. That's what you have to keep in mind. It doesn't happen a lot that you are maybe red 5 and they pick Caitlyn, Lux, Ori, or Syndra, or Caitlyn, Morgana. Just really mobile team. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
All right. Let's go fiddle. Atomization. Such. I can see you go attack speed. I just quickly looked at it. Why do you go attack speed?
Because I still put a lot of auto attacks while waiting for the W to come up. I was thinking.
I mean, I understand why you're doing it, right? But the 10% in auto attack, it doesn't do much for Fiddle because he doesn't rely on his auto attacks to clear.
Yeah.
At all.
Actually, I was just trying it out, but
okay, maybe you haven't done it in the past.
Feel like a huge difference. Trying it out, like, yeah, maybe I don't know when I started doing it actually. So
okay, yeah. All right. I mean that's good.
So yeah, I just started picking him up again. So
yeah. I mean, you just started picking him up. You played so many games of him, I see, right, in the past or last few days, and for some reason you were winning almost every game because the champ is broken.
I'm just broken.
What game are we gonna watch?
The fiddle. Oh, I don't actually.
Seraph.
I think it was the loss. I think it was the loss we just seeing there. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this one.
What?
Right?
Not. I don't know either this one or the other one.
No, it's probably this one. It was. Yeah, I just saw Seraph. Okay. I mean, in this game, right? In this particular game, you are playing solo AP.
Yeah.
So the void staff doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Right?
Yeah.
If you look at this game, there is how much magic resist do you see?
Summon Cyan.
Yeah, summon Cyan and the mercs on this guy.
Yeah.
And this guy also went something because you were actually the only one probably doing anything in the game. The void staff can make sense in a third item because for some reason your team is completely useless, it seems. So they're going magic resist versus 1 AP and 3 ADs, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But the Socks, Hex Stack or Rocket Belt into D cap would have been better. And then into Void if you're like mega fat and you have to carry, right? Because you will lag a lot of damage if you don't go D cap here. Or you could also go Rocket Belt into Horizon Focus. And then into potentially Void.
Yeah. Also about boots, I'm not sure which boots to build. Like Magic Pen boots feel kind of better because they one-shot people better.
Yes, you go Magic Pen. What else would you take? CD?
Yeah.
I mean,
malls.
We don't really care about the CD, right? We are supposed to jump in, one shot, and that's pretty much it. That's what your kit relies on. Because you don't need CD to clear the camps, right?
Yeah.
When Hex...
What was that?
You have played it? You hear me? Hello? My bad, I touched my microphone. But on Hecarim, for example, it is really important that you have CD.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter on Fiddle. He doesn't rely on it too much.
Yeah, it's true.
There is also, two different builds. You can go the Rocket Build or you can go the Cerelius, but I would go Rocket Build for sure in the current elo you're playing in, because you just need as much damage as you possibly can, right? But for the Horizon Focus, it just allows you to what's it called? Snowball faster. It's 600 gold less than decap, and 125 ability power. Dealing damage to champion with an ability that is neither unit target or nor auto target at more than center range 700 units away, or immobilizing one reveals them and increases your damage dealt to them by 10% for 6 seconds. This is what you gotta.
It's pretty good.
This is what you gotta pay attention to, because when you jump in, right, you are doing this. So You
Okay,
taunt
so
them, I
when do
guess.
you decide to get Rabadons or Horizon Focus then?
I think if you want to, you know, have as much damage as you possibly can early on, and you're solo AP. If you're solo AP, right, the more adaptive or the more ability power we have, the more damage we will do.
Mm.
Right. So if you're solo AP, then I think Horizon Focus is better. I think Horizon Focus might even. It's just because you know it's 600 less damage or 600 less gold, so it's faster spike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I just try it out and see what feels better, I guess.
Yeah, it just allows you to what's it called? You know, have more damage early on into the game. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And more burst damage, right? Because of this, it
Yeah.
increases your damage dealt by
Yeah,
10%
exactly.
for 6 seconds, which is a big
Yeah.
amount when you have, you know,
Fiddle
you have
ult,
this,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
fiddle ult. So
yeah.
um, yeah, and again, the void, it would make more sense third item because you are solo AP. But you are the one who is fed and the one who has to carry. So that's why, you know, they are building AP or magic resist. But that means your team should put, like take on the slack, right? Because they're building MR versus 1 AP. And you should be solo AP when you're playing Fiddle. It works better that way.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's check out Nocturne as well quickly. Just build wise, I mean, it's pretty simple, so shouldn't be too hard. Can you talk to me a little bit about why you don't go, you know, Black Cleaver, second item every time, and sometimes you decide not to?
I go Black Cleaver second item when I feel like I can snowball the game harder because I have my ult up faster through the CDR.
Mm-hmm.
And I go the other one when I feel like there's an enemy champ on the enemy team who can just burst me really hard. So I have more survivability.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Death Stance just got buffed again.
Yeah.
And Death Stance is really good, it's insanely good, right?
Yeah.
Like here, right? They have free AP or free ADs, so it actually has a lot of value, right? The
Yeah,
armor.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of value, and they are not really tanky, right? They're all fairly squishy.
Yeah.
Black Cleaver is really nice if they're tanky, right? I mean, I will just read it. Dealing physical damage to a champion applies a stack of 4 armor reduction, so, you know, armor penetration, for 6 seconds, max 24% armor reduction. Which obviously means that you are gonna do more damage to tanks when you apply the stack. Right? And they have, you know, Remus. Give me a sec. Yeah. They have Remus, they have Set, fairly tanky team. And, you know, Seraphine that makes them stronger. So I like that you're not doing it, right? I was just trying to trick question you a bit.
Yeah. I mainly go for it for the CDR, to be honest, when I go for Black Cleaver.
Yes, the CDR and the what's it called? The, you know, the 400 health.
Yeah, exactly.
Is really nice.
Makes you tanky, and you have much more play potential, playmaking potential with the CDR.
Yes. But you know, the passive needs to do something, or it's just irrelevant, right? In that case, there are better items. I mean, then yeah, Death Stance is, you know, it's 10 less ability haste, but if armor penetration doesn't do anything versus enemy team, there's no reason in having it.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, it also buffers up your teammates. If that do 80 damage. So, you know, it doesn't do anything for Nivea, but it does something for Kai'Sa and Senna. Right? And yeah, maybe you need to limit your champ pool a bit, right? You are playing a fairly decent amount of champs. looking at
Yeah,
it.
well, I don't play J4 anymore. Don't play. I don't know what's my first. Lilia, I don't play her anymore. Hecarim is kind of out of meta since last patch, right?
Yeah, I mean he can be
Oh,
built AD.
the-
Yeah,
yeah, AD build,
he can work AD, but the tank build
but
is yeah. But
yeah, tank build.
there's a reason you are winning so much. It's because you're sticking to. It looks like you're not. I mean, we can just look here, right? Doesn't look like you're playing too many different champs. Okay, solo queue.
Well, not
Okay,
the last few
fiddle.
games, no.
Yeah, fiddle nocturne, and then yeah, it can occasionally you're putting in, the Nunu or the Kane.
Yeah, only play the Kane when I can play blue Kane, like it's a 4 range champs blue
Yeah,
Kane game.
yeah.
Because red Kane, I don't know, like it got buffed last patch, right? But I haven't tried it out yet, so we'll see how good he is. But I don't think red Kane is that good because he gets kited so easily.
Yeah, I mean you only want to go red Kane if they can't really kite you, right? If they're forced to come into you.
Yeah, but then I feel like Fiddle is still a better pick when they want to come into you.
Yeah, but if you are looking for an AD version, right?
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And yeah, I have seen a couple of times in Hilo, red Kane that goes Gordringer, and just becomes the reason it works is because
blue Kane goes.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen blue Kane go more of a bruiser build and still still do damage and be not unkillable. But the bad thing about blue Kane is you can have 1k shutdown and still die in 1 second, right?
Yep.
You still need to play well. So that's something you can try out. I don't know who actually even plays.
Agurin, like.
Yeah, he plays it. He plays it a bit. Let's just look at him to begin with.
The build is actually from him, isn't it?
I think it might be, yeah.
Because he also plays the Bruiser Kha'Zix.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruiser Kha'Zix, it's like his build.
Yeah, he still does it as well.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of people that can pull this off. This is not easy to play. This build. But he's just the what's it called? No, I don't think it is him who did it. I mean I don't really remember. But whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. You should only be picking Kane in really, really situational games.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think you should just stick to Nocturne and Fiddlesticks right now. They do have kind of the similar playstyle, except Nocturne can is a bit better in skirmishes.
Yeah.
But they do kind of the same thing in a different way, so it won't be much of a challenge for you when you then decide to okay, now I want to play Fiddle, now I want to play Nocturne.
Yep.
But it will be a different thing if you then decide to pick J4 or Nunu because they play differently.
Yep.
So just stick to Fiddle and Nocturne for now, and then tell me how that goes, because I am pretty sure you will get Diamond fairly easy if you just stick to these two.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident about it as well.
Yeah, I don't think it will be that hard for you. And of course, early Dark Seal as well, just quickly to touch on it. Early Dark Seal on Fiddle, get it as early as you possibly can.
Yeah, I usually do when I have like enough gold for it.
Yeah. That's
like
good.
you can see that it was a 1050 bag and then the second bag.
Yeah. That's good.
Or you think the other one, the other way is better, like getting the staff
like this
first? Dark Seal, and then the other one?
I mean, it doesn't really matter, I think this is fine. You are better in potential skirmishes early, like level 4 or level 1 to 4 or 5. You still can do something if you have this item. So I think it's fine. It's not that big of a difference.
That one just has the potential to get really fast Dark Seal stacks, I guess.
Yeah, but you can also do, if you have the gold for it, double amp tone into Dark Seal.
Yeah.
because you get you both you get the double ability power and you also get a dark seal. So
Yep.
And it's a bit more efficient because 1k 50, and this is a little bit more. But usually you would base on around 900 to 1k, unless you get a kill early on, right? So you can't afford it. You can afford the double amp tone usually. So, and we just want to clear as fast as we possibly can, right? Which means we should have as much ability power as we possibly can.
Yeah. What do you think about pen boots first?
No, because
won't rock about as fast as possible.
Yeah, we just want to clear as fast as we possibly can, and the way you do that is by having the more AP.
Yeah.
Because you still one shot the camps, right? You still one shot the camps 1 to 6. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have it.
Yep. Okay.
Pen boots are really good if you want to impact the map early on, right? Let's say you're playing Elise, maybe. Yeah, you can actually do something, right? Then pen boots can be good because you don't scale too well with having more camps. So it makes more sense that way.
Yeah.
But I get why you're saying it. Okay, I think that's it. Fiddle, Nocturne only. Diamond,
Nocturne.
boom.
Feel like a Kayn game, Kayn, right?
Yeah. If Kayn is really free, if Kayn is like mega free, we just pick Kayn and we want to win the game.
That's when I pick him.
Yes, that's good.
Just
and then
so easy.
The rest underneath. No.
Yeah.
You can occasionally. When is Nunu good? Let's quickly talk about that. When is Nunu really good?
When I've set up in lanes, I would say. And have a lane to play around.
Yeah.
For example, like have a Tristana Nautilus bot lane.
Yeah, something like that.
Have set up damage and they can 1v9 the game.
Alright, and what's Nunu really good against then?
Good against?
Yeah.
Not sure, like engage comms, because you can peel with your ult. I don't know.
Nunu, if you go past 20 minutes, the champ doesn't do much. He only secures objectives.
Yeah.
So Nunu is good against immobile laners. Like Ashe and Yuumi, for example. It's like really, really free for Nunu. So if you like, let's say they just first rotation Ashe Yuumi here, right? Instead of Yon Fiddle. Then we can lock Nunu because we can abuse enemy bot lane really, really hard. We can abuse them so hard they will rage quit.
Yeah.
Right? So, but if they then instead, go Lucian Pike, they both have dashes. They both can escape your snowball pretty easily, even.
Yeah.
Then Nunu doesn't have the same effect. Because you are guaranteed kills every time you gank this lane. And they don't have flash. Guaranteed it.
Yeah.
Which you are not here. So, he's very good against immobile laners. That he can just gank all the time. So, yeah, if you ever see someone, first rotation bot lane, that is immobile, we can lock Nunu and we can just abuse them hard. If not, just stick to this again. Fiddle, Nocturne, Kayn, when he's really fucking good.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Yes, let's look at the field game.
Yeah.
Yes, if you have seen the videos, you know how I go over things, and then you know how I tell you to think.
Yes, I have.
How did you think before that? Before you've seen the videos?
Basically the same already.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But it put it more into the
detail.
Into the detail and into my mind to actively think more about it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean that is good. Of course.
It's also think like you first.
Of course, the detail is insanely important. Like you can think, okay, I have prio, I don't have prio, I have prio. But the detail is what matters.
Yeah, exactly. Like I started thinking why I have prio.
Yeah, exactly.
Not thinking, have prio, not have prio. That's a thing I feel like I'm really bad at. Not like the prio, not prio thing. It's more the not getting into the autopilot mode.
Yeah. Also, why do you take Electro instead of Dark Harvest?
Felt better. Just
Okay.
felt better.
I mean, both can work, right? So it's not like
Yeah.
it's not like I
I
will
also
say it to you.
had some Dark Harvest games before I picked up Fiddle again, but yeah, Electro just feels better. Don't know.
Why is Electro better then instead of Dark Harvest? Why do you think?
Gotten more burst in the early game, right?
Give me a sec. Just need to catch the. There we go.
Gem select.
Yeah. So the reason Electro is better is because it's way more reliable, right? Dark Harvest is good if you are sure that the game is gonna be full fiesta, which you can't always be sure of. You can be sure of it in this game because they pick Sin, so he's gonna do random shit.
Yeah, it's pretty obnoxious.
Yeah, and he will invade a lot. When someone will invade a lot, we need to think about it, right? If you picked Fiddle into Sin, he usually will try to fuck with you in some way. We should do one potion, one pink ward in that case, because you only need to see him once and then you can track him.
Yeah.
Do you do that a lot, or have you never done it before?
The potion thing or the tracking thing?
The potion and then one pink ward. One potion, one pink ward.
Yeah, I started doing that like the last 4 or 5 games, I think.
Okay.
Just feels really bad sometimes when you're so low, but then you get back to full health again.
Yeah, exactly.
But you just have to get used to it, I guess.
You just have to get used to the clear, and also if you have 2 potions, if you clear badly, you know it kind of covers up the fact that you clear badly.
Yeah.
You don't need the pink in all matchups, but when you're playing versus something like Sin, Graves, Nida, invade heavy junglers. It's Sin as well, there's a lot, but I think you get the point. Invade heavy junglers, then we should get the pink ward. And the way we should place it, you still see my screen, right?
Yeah, I do.
Is that, okay, let's say we play versus Graves, right? And we are potentially starting top side or bot side, doesn't really matter. Then we go ahead, we put our ping rod here.
Yeah.
Because he can do this. He can do, if he is smart.
Am I blue or red side?
You're this one. You're this guy.
I'm this one. Okay, yeah.
You place this ping ward at, you are starting here, so you can just place it at 50. That's fine. 0.50. And then we are covered if he's doing, the red into like jump wall and then invade you. Because you are only a weak champ at 1 to 5. After that, you're better than almost every single genre in the entire game. Right? So if we put our ward here, we're safe for him jumping the wall. And if we get the full clear off in the first full clear, we're chilling.
Yeah.
We're chilling really hard.
Yeah.
We almost escaped the hard part of the game. That said, if you are then starting on this side, boom, boom, you can just place your ward, your scarecrow, place it here, and then you're safe as well, because we go ahead, we place the ping ward here first at this point, we put it a little bit later or a little bit earlier, so 0.40, that's fine. We place it here, we're safe for the invade. You can also place it here, that works as well. But this one is more, it can be more rewarding, because why would a jungler path like this, it doesn't make too much sense to go this way if he wants to invade.
Yep.
And he can just escape it like this.
Yep.
So it's more rewarding putting it here instead. Again, if we start here, we will also see him do this, potentially go here and invade, which means we just clear, we clear 1, 2, 3, and we go to his bot side, which means we evade the weak side of your,
Isn't it better to clear red raptors and then go to his jungle?
Yes.
Because I'm faster and then do my crux?
Exactly. It's faster that way. And it's more safe because he could potentially, do red, blue, grump and go to his top side.
Yeah,
potentially.
because often in my elo, when they late invade or invade, they just take blue and grub, but never wolves.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like that's just a better way to get blue grump then and not even doing wolves maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. You do reds, raptors at the same time, and then we just go into his bot side, and then back to your golems.
Trucks.
Yeah, exactly, golems, and then into skull reset. We have 4, and we are pretty much already ready to take over the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So important that you start going ping ward because it allows you to be insanely safe. You have both sides warded. Of course, the only thing you need as fiddle is defensive vision.
Yep.
So around this line right here, then we should be good.
Yep.
All right. Let's go into the game. And yeah, how should we think? I guess you have watched the videos, so it shouldn't be too hard for you.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to fight Dick Xin in the early game, so I'm thinking where Xin will start or where I have prior to get a Scuttle Crab because I just want to farm till 6, right?
Yeah.
So in this game, I was thinking top lane. I wasn't sure about top lane.
Top lane should have prior.
Yeah, should have prior because Ragnar's just good early game bully,
Yeah,
right?
Renekton is Renekton.
Yeah, exactly. Mid lane, I'm kind of biased that Irelias are just bad in my elo.
I think you're right about that.
They just fuck up lanes, so I was thinking. But generally speaking, should Irelia have prior? I think if like both laners are on an even level, I think.
So
or they just fight about it.
This matchup right here, it's way better for Kali in top lane than it is in mid lane because it's a longer lane, and you know she has the shroud. But in mid lane, Akali or Irelia is able to have prior. She's able to. Still Akali favorite, but Irelia can easily win it if Akali is just bad and not.
Yeah, I think in game I was thinking they will just be kind of even and just depends who gets the better trades off.
Yeah.
And then think about that.
Yeah, so they're gonna fight a lot, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do believe you should have Prio in mid pre-3, especially because of the elo.
Yeah. And
she has more rate clear. Yeah, bot lane.
Yeah, bot lane should have Prio because double range into melee ranged.
Yeah.
Unless Nautilus lands a godlike hook or something.
And even then,
have Prio.
Even
they can kind of burst Ezreal then.
Yeah, even then, there's still a chance that they don't die because they're playing pretty safe. Exhaust for Trish jump, barrier if he gets hooked. So
yeah, but in the normal case, their bot lane should have Prio.
Yeah, and the X factor is just the hook, right? If he hooks, there's potential, right? So we don't want to path to the X because if it comes through, sure, great. But if it doesn't, we don't have Prio.
Yeah.
So with that in mind,
starting bot side, pathing top.
Yes.
I think that's what I'm doing. Right. Oh, I remember this game. Tristana was fucking up my clear early because she was hitting the red.
Oh. Do you tend to solo start as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the good thing about that is that, of course, let's say, we have ranged melee in bot lane, and they play double ranged, but they're not allowed to play with their range advantage because your team is starting in lane, and they're not. Then you will have Prio bot lane.
Yeah.
So it can have value that way.
I mean, most laners in my elo won't do anything with.
No, I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
So it's kind of no point doing it, but
you should still practice to be
still practicing it and getting better myself, not relying on laners, I guess.
Exactly, and I think that's also the right thing to do because they are. I don't think they will do anything with it at all.
No,
not that it matters.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she hit it. Okay, she fucked it up. Yeah, alright. I mean, that obviously sucks. Right, but at least you have attack speed.
Exactly.
Okay, it ends up being, not horrible. Okay, never mind.
Kind of horrible.
Never mind. I spoke too soon.
Sometimes it's just happening.
Yeah, I mean, you're standing a little bit too... if you stand here instead...
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, usually I get the right spot. But
Yeah. I mean, it's good if you fuck it up,
Tristana.
because then you can... Yeah, exactly. The Tristana. So
All
yeah.
their fault, not my fault, no.
Yeah, but exactly, right? If you stand here instead...
Yeah.
You're good.
You can see I just moved a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that. That. Don't worry.
No,
And then
it's
you're good.
I just might this one, and then... No, never mind.
And...
Never mind.
It's okay, it's okay.
Okay.
It happens. Okay, they didn't leash, so they got killed.
Yeah.
We give you the credit. No, I mean, there's a chance they would get it anyways, right? This will most likely just fucked up. Oh yeah. Save the W as well. It's something you've done. I mean, here you hit it as well, I think. Give me a sec. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Just save the W.
I see the point, yeah.
Yeah, what do we get from Wing that one guy, right?
Yeah.
Because our clear is insanely slow now compared to what it should be, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right. And we shouldn't fight. We should just get the fuck out.
No.
Top.
Yeah, well, just helping us so she doesn't die.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're looking at it, mid wave is currently pushing back into Aurelia, so we're chilling. We just want a full clear. Our full clear is insanely slow, like 1 minute slower than it should be. Which obviously means, you might as well play least at that point. Right?
Yep.
And yeah, I send you the video of the clear.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we get mid prio or top prio. I mean, because it's Renekton versus Sion. It's good early on for Renekton. And of course, after you see Sin here, just quickly tap right here. Quickly tap. Watch how much CS he has. Right, you know how much CS it takes. For run camp, how much CS is it?
Yeah, 4.
Right, so if we see him here, 4, 8, 12, he had done 3 camps.
12. Yeah,
and if we then look at
him,
we see that he has only red buff, which means he did topside. If he has blue and red buff, right? If he has blue and red buff, it means he did most likely blue, grump, red into topside or into gank. Right? So it's important that you tap here. He came pretty early, so it means that he did the topside clear.
Yeah.
It's important you tap and you look at mid lane. That's all you gotta do. Because then you get full jungle track on it. Like, you get full knowledge of him. Because if we see,
I mean, I was thinking anyway that he, like, when I see him ganking from the side, I can basically tell that he's doing his top side already without tapping.
Yeah.
Because I have vision on his blue and he has red, I guess.
Exactly. I mean, it's pretty obvious in this case, but I'm teaching teaching you the fundamental way of thinking.
I know, and I usually do that actually.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's good, because we want to make sure. The fundamental way of looking at it is, we look at him, okay, he has 12 camps, he has red, okay, easy. He's going to go to bot side, and then he's going to rotate back into top side after. And we have full jungle knowledge of him in potentially the next 3-4 minutes. We know exactly where he will be.
Yeah.
Right, so just look at him quickly. You don't even have to tap, just look at him. You see 12.
Right, I just tapped though.
Yeah, so I know.
What?
You just tapped, but you didn't look at him.
Yeah, you're right.
You look now, but the moment you see him, because we have downtime at this point. Right here we have downtime.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And we also know that his camps are gonna respawn relatively soon. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about this, right? He is griefing right now. Look at the lane. It's slow pushing back into him. He does not have to be here. He is trolling. So let him die and clear. We should have been level 4 at this point, right? And reset. So just let him die, clear. That's it. Because he is fucking up right now. There's nothing you can do. You're playing Fiddle versus Sin.
Yeah.
And Renekton hasn't based after having got the kill. Yeah, we should just use our trinket in this bush right here. And then you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, put one in there.
Yeah. And insta smite as well, because we're sitting on 2 smites. So we want to get the next what's it called? The next stack as fast as possible. So just smite instantly.
Yeah, happens a lot to me on Fiddle because you're just so healthy.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes sense, but you need to, of course, change it.
I know.
And here we should drag the blue already. After this, give me a sec. Boom, right here. Drag the blue and start this. And you shouldn't use E as well. Just kill it with W.
Mm-hmm.
Look here. W. Let it die. Drag the blue. And then E this so you can start two camps simultaneously.
Yep.
Because we are currently 1 minute, or actually not 1 minute, 1 minute and 50 seconds behind in our clear. Which is insane, right? Because we could already have been here.
Yeah, second camp.
We could have been already starting our second clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which would put you so fucking far ahead of this new player who picks Sen Xiao, right? And it would make sure you can just destroy him. And yeah, now we start second clear not having our items, right? Which would make you clear faster. Which would make your camps respawn faster. Boom. And even though you trolled it, right? You're still ahead of the Sin. How broken is that? Right?
Yeah.
Because he is playing a poo champion. Right? So even though you griefed it, you're still insanely far ahead of him. Or not insanely far, but you're ahead of him in terms of CS.
Ahead. Yeah.
And we have smite as well. We just use it. Good. Okay, and then we reset. And yeah, you did go boost here. I already told you why it's bad. So I'm not gonna talk about it. It's just a waste of time. Yeah, and when we see him here as well, we know where he will be pathing to, right? He has 25 CS at this point. You tapped not so long ago. 25 CS, which means he took his top side.
Top side will be top side then.
Yeah, he will be top side.
Yeah, I feel like I can do the tracking in the, I don't know, first 5 to 10 minutes, and after that it just forget about it, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, of course.
And then I'm like, yeah, I know he was there, and then he should be there, but I'm more guessing than doing the educated guess by looking at the CS numbers.
Yeah. And 29, of course, CS, so he took the Drake, and he can only go topside. Which means he is gonna be pathing to bot side or ganking topside. And we don't have 6 because we were insanely slow.
Yeah.
You are grandma, what's it called? Grandma clearing. So we just wait for 6, of course. Yeah, and we just eat this. I mean, this is fine. If you can eat his CS, get your head. Okay, this one is a little bit crazy. Sin could be here. Like, Sin could easily be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely possible because he is playing Sin. He's not playing Carthage or anything, so he is most likely gonna invade you. And we have 2 trinkets. We might as well use it. We just want defensive vision, and when we have 6, we can start playing a little bit harder. And like just imagine, right? You grandma cleared and you're still sitting at 48. That's crazy, no?
Yeah.
Still ahead of him in terms of CS numbers. Yeah, and
I feel like the fact that I don't get punished by any other junglers makes me not learn that I have to ward more.
Yes.
Because...
And that's usually what tends to happen when you don't get punished. People are like result-based analysis, right?
Yeah.
And that's also why I'm teaching you it. Because, yeah, you don't get punished and you don't see it because you don't get punished. But you need to realize that a better player, a better Sin player would be completely ass-ripping you after the clear you did. The first clear he did and he saw you. He would be smashing your face in. So you just need to be aware of the fact that a better player, which you will most likely be playing against when you're playing Fiddle at some stage, will be punishing you if you make mistakes in your clear. Most likely. He should. Yeah, hopefully, exactly. Because then you can learn. Yeah. You're playing Fiddle, so they just die. Holy shit, Fiddle is OP. I love him.
I wasn't sure about that invade here. I'm not sure. Like, Sin should be topside, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he should be topside.
Yeah, that... I don't know what I was thinking.
He's most likely on Herald. I'm not 100% sure, but he should be either on Herald or pathing towards bot side again. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Imagine. You know?
Yeah. And also their bot lane was dead. I think that was the key point or key information why I was going for the invade there.
Yeah. And you're just respecting. That is fine. Your bot lane or your Fist is most likely not going to die. So.
Yeah, also even if I can't do really much about it, right?
I mean, you could. You're foolish. You're not foolish, but you could go and be there, but it's like it won't do much. So it's better to just reset. In this case, and you also have 2 potions, right, which have not been used.
Yeah.
So the 2 potions also. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry about that.
Yeah, all good.
But again, right, just quickly to recap. The reason that, potentially your Aurelia is trolling really hard, your Renekton is trolling pretty hard, is we were not able to be there before the Sin, potentially. The first initial ganks, you can't do anything about. That's just how it's supposed to be. Right? But after 6, the faster we get 6, the faster we can impact. And the faster we can win the 2v2. Because you never lose a 2v2 with Fatal 6 versus, potentially Sin level 5. because he is sinning out of his mind. I love to see this. It's beautiful. And you don't even die.
No.
This stopwatch is pretty good. It's safer. Nice. Okay, yeah, and we see blue on him, so it's of course gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, Sin is unironically higher level than you after having 58 CS. But of course, again, quickly just to put it in your face one more time, the reason we are not already 1v9 is because of the slow clear.
Yeah. True.
Oh, he's AFK. Not sure what that was. Yeah. I mean, you should try to take the kills. Because it's up to you to carry this game, not anyone else. And you should also always try to carry in lower elo. You should even do it in high elo. Let's take the resources.
But I feel like if I have like really fat bot laner and I can see they're really good, especially on Nocturne,
that is different. That is different, right?
But
if you
Fiddle,
you play Fiddle, Nocturne, Nunu. You just do this Nunu. And what else is it? And then Kane, right?
Yep.
You're like Nunu. He doesn't use gold like efficiently, so you should give. Same goes for Nocturne. He doesn't use it as efficient, but Fiddle, he uses like gold really efficient, right? So he should take the kills. Same goes for Kane or Hidon.
Yeah.
Because these two can carry on their own. They don't need a team.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Blue Kane just like give me the kills and I 1v9.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So if you're playing Nunu or Nocturne, just give. Just give. It's not up to you to carry. It's up for.
I feel like taking the first few kills is fine, but if you're like 5-0, then just give, or I try to give if I don't one shot the enemies.
Yeah, if you are playing, Nocturne Nunu, it's okay to take the first 3 kills or the first couple of kills because you can actually use it to snowball faster or snowball your team faster. But on Fiddle, you should try to take every single kill.
Yeah, I always feel like in jungle, it's good to have the first few kills, and then if you see laners are just good, you can give them the kills.
Yeah, they don't even have to be good because Nunu is not gonna carry later on. So we should just
on Nunu. And on Nunu especially,
Yeah. Same goes for Nocturne, right? We should take the first couple of kills, but you are not supposed to carry. You can't really carry.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. We got first item. We are again. Actually, I'm not gonna say it again. You're tired of hearing it for sure.
We're slow. We're slow.
Yeah. Grandma clear.
Yeah.
And we don't have ult, so we should be cautious, right?
Yeah.
When we don't have
ults, if you
overchase,
we could kill him, I think.
Yeah, exactly. If he goes into the what's it called? The jungle, single or solo, like he is doing. Like he is doing, right? If he goes into the jungle solo and he thinks he is, Jesus on the rift, then punch him for it. So good and patient play from you, not to show and wait for him to overextend. And now we have ults, right? So we are 3 times the champ.
When I have ult on Fiddle, like, should I always look for ults?
No. When you have ult on Fiddle, look for the right situation. Right, the right situation can be a lot of different things. But if there are camps up, right? Let's say there's 3 camps up here. The bot lane wants to reset. Mid lane is not in a position to gank, for example. Just don't do it, right? Don't overforce it as yourself. Set yourself. Just let them reset. get the camp, wait for them to be out on the map. Because the more gold you get or the more camps you get, the more you will hurt, right?
Yeah.
The more damage you will do. So no point in overforcing it if we don't have to. Right? If they're maybe going for tier 1, right? Let's say we take red, we take raptors, but they're going for tier 1 at this point. 3 people stacking up at tier 1, and golden camp is up. Okay, then we ult them, we kill them, right? But they're not overforcing, so neither should we. Because we have camps up. When you're done with camps, then you can look again. Is there anything we need to do, or is there anything we can do? If again the answer is no, we just reset. We spend our gold.
Yep.
Because this is a good spot for you to reset on. Drake is coming up in 150 or 140. Your bot lane just resets. No, not again. Okay.
I think we kill him, yeah.
Fuck, Phil is so broken. It's tilting me out of my mind, actually. There's so much you see. So much damage. But this ult is okay because the Drake is not spawning. Before you will have ult for the Drake. If the Drake was spawning, this ult is not worth it.
Yeah.
Alright, and we have to reset now.
You usually reset 1 minute before Drake or...
Yeah, I mean, you watched my videos, right? So I think you should know how to set up Drake. Have you? Or did I not explain that in the videos you watched?
I'm not sure. Can go over it again.
I will just do it. So, I mean, there's a perfect example. I just go back here. Your bot lane is resetting, as you can see here. And you have no cams up, so there's no reason to stick around. And if you don't reset now, you are not out on the map while your team is, right? So if you don't reset while they're in base, they're gonna be here, and they're gonna potentially look for vision. They're potentially gonna fight to either side, doesn't really matter. Let's just go with the Drake side here. They might look for vision while you're in base, or you are here because you didn't reset same time as them. Right? You're not synergized in your recalls. So because you don't reset, they might die, and you're not there to help them. Right, and yeah, we go for the Sion kill, which is fine because he's trolling. But it might end up meaning your team will die. Let's see what happens, actually. Okay, nothing really happens. Maybe something happens. Okay, actually it happened. Alright, so you know your Nocturne and your Trist is on the map. You could have been as well, having spent your gold. But again, because we wanted to reset, while they don't, that means your entire team, also the Aurelia, they are out on the map while you're not, right? So, and yeah, for setting up the Drake, we usually would want to have 2 waves. So again, like 1 minute, 50 seconds-ish. Because in the span, you can take the mid wave, you can set vision, clear vision as well. You can go back to the next wave, so the second wave, and then your, what's it called? Second wave, and then you should be able to get the Drake, secure the Drake.
Yep.
But yeah, you see it, right? How you're not out on the map because you didn't reset. And yeah, you went for the kill. But in certain situations, the kill can be bad. Because yeah, it's 1 kill. But we're not out on the map while they're fighting. Oh, actually your entire team dies, right? It wouldn't happen in like if you could communicate with your team and you just say, guys, wait for me, don't fight, right? But it's not, it's solo queue, so they will die because they're monkeys. And now you have to give you have to give mid tower, you have to get Drake because of that one scenario where you didn't reset, where you could have reset.
Oh, this one is so, and I haven't seen Ezreal behind the Rift Herald, and then was kind of too late.
Yeah. I mean, of course, this right here might be the reason you lose the game.
Yeah.
You are not that strong in a 1v1 scenario. You could have actually killed him, that's it. If you rocketed, like right here, if you rocket build into him, You fear him, and then you're mega close to him, right? You're too far away, so your W doesn't do as much damage as it usually would have been. Because he's straight up eing into you, being 5-0. You win every time.
Yeah.
And no one is close to him. They're all on the Drake.
Yeah.
So if he is in like this, rocket belt, fear him and one shot his bitch ass. So yeah, you could have outplayed this. But again, just for the fundamental part of it, you had a window to recall right here.
Yeah.
After the clear, recall, be out on the map with your team. And then you could set up the Drake with your team as well. Just so you understand it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, perfect. And yeah, you dying here, of course, as I said, it can end up being game losing. It can straight up end up being the reason you lose. Because you give the gold, but in the elo you're playing in, it's not game losing. You can still win. You can always win.
Yeah, especially Phil.
Yeah. Like you have insane ult, right? So there's a chance for you to make something crazy happen. And yeah, we should just look for flanks, right? You have one of the best ults in the entire game. Boom. Mwahaha. Little game.
Lose.
Yeah. Bye bye. Right? I mean, it's not bad.
And now I end. I shouldn't be there. He ends. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, in general, right? Just so you understand when you should fight, when you shouldn't. We used everything in this fight. In the initial fight, we used everything. We're done. We got the gold as well. We got a lot of gold. We're done.
Yeah.
Fight's over. Just stop. Wait for next ult in 50 seconds, which is like nothing, right? 50 seconds, legit nothing. Then we can do the exact same thing again. And then we do it again. And yeah, you die again. Yeah. Right? So we just keep giving them gold. We keep inting into them.
Yep.
So the first initial fight was really good because you have the jump on them. So that means the fear. But then, of course, realize that you have nothing left in the tank. And in 50 seconds, you can do the exact same thing over and over again. Right?
Yeah.
So just so you understand the fundamental reason for you not to fight there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right after I was thinking I shouldn't have helped there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, fight is already over before you can do anything. I mean, as I said, it's just really will flip from this point out.
Yeah, it is.
And again, because we cleared so slow, we not only because of that, right? But because we cleared so slow, you were. Oh, kind of fiddle, man. But yeah, we can just jump on it. The moment you see him here, just jump immediately. You don't have to wait at all. I love fiddle actually. So broken. I mean, just heal on him, right? He's legit a heal bot. That healing. Oop. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, this is what I said to you, right? There's just perma fighting for zero. Not for zero reason the Drake is up here, but like a lot of fights that are like I can't really coach on them, right? Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Hello there.
Big. Hey, the fiddle carry. Right, Drake is secured.
No, it's not.
Yeah, okay.
The TP on us.
You have TP as well? Yeah.
I don't think so. That's one thing because all these random fights. I'm always thinking, yeah, these are totally random fights. We shouldn't take them. There's no objective on the map. And I have camps, but should I do my camps or should I go with my team? Because in like the mid to late game, I usually drop a lot of camps just to be there with the team and stay on flanks for like 20 seconds and nothing happens. And I'm always thinking, yeah, I could have done 3 camps already.
Okay.
You know?
That's a good question, right? If you have ult up, we can do it. But when ult is down, we are never fighting. If they die, they die. Don't care.
Yeah.
Right? Don't care. Just let them die. Say, I don't want to fight. If you fight, you die. Don't care.
But if I have ult up, like always,
If you have ult up, you can look for fights, right? You don't wanna. If all 6 camps are up, let's say all 6 camps up, like stop looking for fights. Clear, potentially one side of the jungle. Then look for fights.
And then look again. Okay.
Yeah.
Then if nothing's happening, do the other quadrant and then
Yeah,
go
exactly.
again.
And then we can look again when we have no camps up, because we should always try to clear our jungle, right?
Yep.
And stay ahead. You can be 16 before this Sen even hits fucking 12, man.
Yeah. I think we actually kill her, but then they be again, I think.
Another TB. I mean, you can kill her.
Yeah, we kill her here.
Yeah, you just wait for the fear. Guys, fuck, man. Why is Fiddle so OP? I mean, you can take this. Like, it's you. It's for you. It's for me. Yeah, it was close. I'm not gonna say anything about that. Right, and we have 3k, so let's reset. This is fine.
Okay,
and then we reset. Good. I'm just gonna speedrun this a little bit because you can get something out of it, but not too much.
Not really.
You get way more out of the first 10 minutes of the game. And yeah. I mean, this fight is irrelevant and it doesn't make sense. Nocturne, no, not Nocturne, but Nautilus going up here. Why? Why? What are you doing up here? We don't have to. We just need them to come into us so we can jump them with Fiddle ult. You're the one who has to carry, not that noob. So yeah. Boom, boom.
It was a bad ult. Should have peeled for Tristan, I think.
I mean,
just kill the Akali down there and then.
Yeah, I mean, take the free kill, right? Take the free kill on Akali.
Yeah.
You're essentially ulting one guy who doesn't matter. This guy doesn't do anything.
Yep.
Take the free kill that is given to you. Usually what I tend to say is, take what's given to you. That way you usually will win. Don't overreach for no reason. Yeah, we only got ult on one guy and the game is over at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, we can keep looking, but there's nothing to look at, so.
No.
I'll go out of this. Yeah, let's take a look at this one, actually. We have a little bit of time. We just look at the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Was not a Fiesta game, though.
Yeah, of course. Don't really expect anything else.
But I already told you earlier that you
but I really like, this is mostly this is 90%. I coach Grandmaster Challenger players as well, right? And this can also happen here. So I don't expect this to turn into Dom 1 macro.
Yeah. You don't?
Nope. All right, talk to me a bit here.
Prior thing, Zed should have Prior on top lane because it's just Zed against Zed.
Okay, who are you talking about here? This guy should have Prior, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Then mid lane, Lucian should have Prior because Smite and range into Lee Sin.
Yeah, he has range.
And our bot lane, I wasn't sure because they for sure can poke a lot. But if they fuck up level 2, I think Tristan and Braum can just kill them.
Yeah, so Ezreal, Yuumi. Is there a lot of wave clear in this composition here?
Yeah, right, true, wave clear.
They don't really have it. It's like non-existent, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they don't have to wave clear Tristan. I can just push in. But I think if they poke enough, they can still have prior, don't they?
It's almost impossible, but it
Okay.
can happen. But if they get a little lead, right? Let's say they get a little lead. They get maybe 2 kills from like a random like fight in river or something. Then it's possible because they get some items, they get a hit. But early levels, and when I mean early levels, I mean 1 to potentially 6, 7. It's like none. It's not. It's impossible for them to get prio.
Yep.
If Trist and Brom doesn't want to have prio, then they can. But if they want to have prio, it's like really impossible.
Yep.
But yeah, if they get a little lead, they can of course, Ezreal Yumi is strong if they get a little lead. Okay. I mean, this ward is pretty crazy. I like that you're doing it though, but it's a bit crazy. I can't remember. I mean, Lucian and what was the other jungle? Like Lucian and Graves, they could be around, right? You can't say that for sure.
Yeah.
There could be a Lee here, or not, Graves here, and Seth as well, and then Lucian here. That's how it should be. I don't know why the fuck Lucian, like, Seth is here. But this one is a bit crazy. If you don't have anything to face check the bush, like Elite Spider or something, then be a little bit more careful with this. Unless their level 1 is like complete poo, right?
Yeah.
And if you want to put this ward, just put it here instead. Because it gives information on exactly how he's bathing.
Okay.
Like right here, a little bit left to the flower.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And yeah, with that information that we just, gathered, we should just path to the top, right?
Yeah.
It's your it's your best chance of winning a 2v2. It's your best chance of getting a crab. It's your best chance of playing the game.
Yeah, as I said, I wasn't sure about bot lane, so I was sure about top lane. So yeah, just path top lane, right?
And of course it takes time. It's something you have to learn about. When you learn it, it will become easier. And the best way to do it is to, of course, play lane, but you don't have to. It's like not needed.
Yeah.
I mean, just take E. Just take E.
Yeah, I usually take fat fingered, I think.
Yeah,
I usually always take E.
Okay. Alright. Then you're excused. But yeah, just take E. Like W doesn't do anything anyways. Okay, clean with the Q. Clean lat. Yeah, and it doesn't matter. The one little guy doesn't do anything. Still hit 3.
Yep.
Yeah, potential. Right? If E or if Lucian E's in, you can just go and fight him early on. But he has to E in. If he doesn't E in, it's not possible. And then we just keep clearing. Simply impossible.
Okay, I didn't know that. Should we just take full clear and take 3 ganks?
Yeah.
On Kane. Because you want to be ahead of the gold curve, right?
Of course.
Especially as blue Kane. Red Kane too.
But we, like, of course, you need to adapt to the situation you're playing in. If Lucian ever E's in, he doesn't have it, like, he doesn't have escape. He only has flesh, right? So we can just E over the wall and pretty much solo kill him.
Yeah.
But he has to E in, and that's why you need to look at lane.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you can see in bot lane, no prio. They're getting fucked. Or not fucked, but they don't have prio. That's how it's supposed to go, so. And you can always be certain, if you have Ezreal Yumi, they will never have prio. Doesn't matter what elo, it's just not possible.
Yeah.
Enemy bot lane has to unplug keyboard for it to be possible. Yeah. I mean, you do miss the Q here, the first initial Q. Look here on the grump.
Yeah.
So be aware of that in the future. Don't just stand in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So far so good. A little bit unlucky that you were not part of this kill. Would have been really nice. Alright, this is good. We see him clear towards the golems, right? We see it. So you are aware that they're not gonna be up when you are up there. But they are gonna be respawning.
I just wait a second, right?
Yeah, I mean you can.
That's what I'm doing, and I just.
You know how Graves clears way slower than a potentially, you know, Kane. Graves clears pretty slow.
A little. Yeah.
He doesn't play insane, like he doesn't clear insanely slow, but he clears slow. So slower than the average.
But I should be up at like 4:10, 4:15.
I mean, it takes 2 minutes for the camp to respawn, right? So if he does red at 3:15 and he takes golems, they take like, let's go with 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Then of course you have the timer right there. He's done with the.
We can watch it. I think I was there, right?
Yeah, you were.
How much I was.
Boom, boom. And the same goes for Raptors. They should be gone as well. So no reason for you to check it. Because your golems are up as well, right? We want to be on them.
But isn't it worth like to get them and then reset?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine in this case. It's fine for sure. Because I'm 100% sure that Graves does not take your golems. And you will just get a camp lead on him.
Yeah. But when would we say it's not worth?
If you're playing versus something, like Katus, right? He will just go and do the same thing but faster.
Okay.
But if you want to play around top lane, then yeah, we can just stick around in top. It doesn't matter. Then you just gotta take the Raptors after. Yeah, we should look top hard. Like just okay, never mind.
And I'm like, sad life.
Yeah. Yeah, you are stopping the scuttle to try and go and dive top. So it makes sense why you don't take the scuttle. But here we have time to take scuttle, for example, right? There is so much time right here. It is 3:50, or let's go with 3:49. When you see that the camp is not up, and you know that the camp is not up, because we saw him go to it.
Yeah.
Right? And it takes 2 minutes for it to respawn. When he finished this camp at 3... No, not 3, but 1... actually 2 minutes. He finished it at 2 minutes. Let's go with that. Because he finished red at 1:45-ish. So 15 seconds.
Like Gromp is up at 4:05. No, 5.
Yeah. He was
4:05.
Yeah, so
like 4:10 for Crux, I would say, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It took him a little bit longer time. So 2 minutes, and we know it's not up, right? Because we saw him go to it. And then you just go to the scuttle and go back up here. Because we are wasting time. We're not being as efficient as we possibly could be.
Yep.
And we see the graves. When you see the graves, you need to tap. Because we need to know. And yeah, this guy is griefing, horde even. Like he's mega trolling. And he just decides to die. Okay, and you get the kill. I mean, that's really, really good. You don't have to flash though. He's already dead.
I missed my W.
I mean, it doesn't matter, right? You can just run him down. Look at where he's going to. Right?
Yeah.
Look at where he's going to. The flash doesn't change that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, now we didn't get the reset, so this camp will take longer than it should take. Thank God that you are playing Graves or you're playing Kane, so you don't get punished too hard for it. And yeah, as I said, he doesn't take your camp because platinum players, even, you know, I mean, I would go so far and say Diamond 4 players think that enemy jungle is like not something they can take.
Yep. At least most of them.
Yeah, most of them.
Less those discussing Udyr OTPs.
No, but it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good to take enemy jungle. And yeah, look.
Yeah, I know. I usually just think, where's the enemy jungler? I at least try if I see the jungler on the enemy on the other side of the map. For example, he's ganking bot side, and I usually just walk into that jungle to his top side and look for ganks. But what I'm trying to do is to know for sure if there are camps up or not. You know?
Yeah, and
But
that's something you
I'm
can.
just
That's something you can do.
practicing.
Yeah, that's something you can do by jungle tracking, right? And look, we are sitting on so much gold that is unspent, right?
Yep.
Potentially after you get the Lucian kill, you could just reset it. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's like a pit stop, you know, Formula One or something, right? It's like a pit stop, and then when you get out, you get way stronger, and you're way faster, and you can just, you know, clear faster as well. Right, so instead of just clearing again, we can reset, we pit stop, and then we become way stronger for the next one because you had so much gold.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's currently 6 minutes into the game and we still haven't reset, right? Okay. And look, because you didn't reset, you are fucking useless, right?
Yep.
You don't do damage. 110. He doesn't even die. Imagine. You are fucking useless. You are a piece of shit does more damage than you right now. Right?
Yep.
It's so important to realize, you know, when to reset. Okay, and you get greedy for another one. Hope you die here. Hopefully you die here. Oh my god, and Zed is sticking around. You can just die for this kill. Not bad. Okay, never mind, he hit 6. Zed is diving though. We should be looking at that. But yeah, 2k gold. Haven't reset yet. At 46 camps. I don't really care if you are doing it, as long as you learn from it.
Yeah.
And yeah, this Israel and Yumi are just cringe, you know. They're permanent
Yeah, they were so cringe, and he was saying like, "Yeah, gank me," and was like thinking, "Yeah, how am I supposed to gank a
I mean,
Yumi
he's
Ezreal,
playing
right?"
Israel Yumi, and he thinks, you know, this is not how it
Yeah.
should be. This is how it should be. There's literally no other way that this.
Yeah, but I
go.
also think I can't make a gank workable there.
No, you can't.
So I was just ignoring them, muting him.
You can't currently because you are.
When I have form, I can do. I
Yeah.
have blue form, I for sure can do. But before that, I can't. Another one. I've got illusion.
Yep. Okay, fat stacks. Oh, you said he's slow. he must have ults. Slow brain set player. But yeah, again, we can't path to bot side. It's you don't do much until you have form. When you have form, we can gank them. Right now,
yeah, when I have form, I can do everything on the map I want to.
Yeah, exactly. You can.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Dustblade though, because I think most players go Brawler's Claw, but in this game, I also because Dustblade, the invisibility against 4 auto attack champions isn't that bad, I think.
No, it's not that bad. I mean, I put a tweet about this on Varus, but it's definitely different when you're playing Kayn. It's definitely a lot different. I think Dustblade can be very good, especially this game that you're playing in right now. But just to make you aware of what it gives like differently, you know, lethality here and ability haste, right? And on Brawler's Claw,
more lethality,
and 3 more lethality, right? So you just get more lethality, which means if you are potentially solo AD or they don't build any armor at all, then Prowlers can be really, really broken, right? You just do true damage to them.
Yep.
And in this game, you are not gonna do true damage to them because you only have AD.
Yeah.
So it's fine to have Duskblade here. Yeah. Oh, Yumi. Cat noob. Okay, game's over. You will not noob. No, but first thing here, we should try and collect the Yumi, right? So this W doesn't like do much. We should just get, if you can get the Yumi, she's chilling, and you will just 1v3 or 2v3 them. Yumi Kane is a fucking like, it's so crazy. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, so the first thing in this play right here, just collect the Yumi. And mechanically, just to touch on it. This is fine. This is fine. We need to smite him here. If you smite him here, he dies.
Yeah, he's insta slowed.
Yeah. So be aware of the smite. It's important.
Yeah.
Smite him and he dies. He can't, you hit him with Q, he's dead. He actually lives. Sad, right? Okay. Lee Sin is not playing games.
Yeah, he wasn't playing the game later.
Hey, relax, toxic.
That part is true.
Toxic aim. Yeah, and we don't do Drake. It's not possible. Go back, get blue form, and fucking 1v9 the game.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Okay, trying to be fancy with it. I mean, you don't really kill him. Okay, it actually kind of works out. But yeah, this is a bit flippy. This is a lot flippy. Right, we are currently, fighting with no mid laner. And I guess Seth also moved down for some reason. So yeah, a bit flippy. Bit of a lot flippy.
It is. I die here.
Yeah, and you give your huge shutdown. Pain. And we have blue form, right? Imagine we have blue form in this fight.
Yep.
They all die. No one lives. So just give this Drake and wait for the better opportunity.
Yep.
Alright, I think we stop the replay here.
Yeah, it's just a fiesta after anyway. Like it was like a 45-minute game and going back and forth, and then Lee rage pushing or something.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.